All right, welcome everyone. This is Donna McDonald. I am very excited to be here for us to connect for our developing, our director organizational call today. We have lots of great information that we're going to cover. First of all, I'm going to say congratulations. Our recruiting numbers are just they are just coming in so strong, and we're so excited to have some of our upcoming leaders here on our call with us so that we can all kind of conquer the next step of social media and talking a little bit about Instagram. And Maria Piegler will be sharing some of that information with us. So before Maria comes on in about 10 minutes, she'll be talking with us for about 25 minutes, a little bit about Instagram. And if you have additional questions, you can kind of relate those to me, and we'll go from there. So then we'll be wrapping up our call with our national conference overview and what that is going to look like, so everybody can kind of make their plans. So, excuse me, so of course I got a tickle in my throat, and of course the landscapers have decided to come and mow the lawn right now during my call. So it always works out that way. So let me just share a little bit of recognition with all of you. And as I said, so everyone see my screen? Good. All right, so here's where we're at. Okay, first of all, we know that we are in a big challenge with the ISHE cluster, the ISHE team. They actually have a goal of 155, and we have the goal of 150. But it's all about who reaches their goal to win the challenge. So right now we have 85 to date. We're actually tracking ahead of schedule compared to where we were when we did the $29 kit. But here are our March 1st through 3rd generation recruiters. So congratulations. Those numbers were compiled yesterday. So if you had some people that you added in after these numbers were compiled, I will be updating those. But take a look at what is happening. Congratulations to all of you and our top recruiters with 3 or more: Jamie Swanson, Karen Kress, Shay Gibson, Crystal Jackson, and then jumping to our 4, Tony Blackwell, Amy Gibson, 5 for Cindy Sparling, and 6 for Amy Mariko. So congratulations, that is awesome. So
hey, Donna, mine's not on there.
Yours isn't, Linda, because these are director numbers.
Okay.
So yeah. So no worries on that. All right. So those of you, so Cindy, want to share something, some excitement that's happening from your end, and Crystal, I'll ask you to jump on for a second too and share what's going on your teams.
What do you want me to share? I'm sorry.
I want you to share your recruiting momentum and how proud you are of everyone.
I am super proud of everybody. You know, we've issued the challenge for each of our director teams to re-promote their team with 5 or more. And I am super pleased that I did it. And we've got actually more than 5 on my personal team, and somebody's supposed to be signing up today. So, you know, I hope that all the directors out there will just jump on this challenge and go to re-promote your personal team, whether you're on Sparling Organization or Making Waves or McDonald or wherever you are out there. You know, I just want you to think about the momentum that will bring to your spring and summer sales. And of course, where will you be in the fall when you re-promote your personal team versus just continuing to add 1 or 2 team members a month? When you add this many all at once, I was just trying to look up our organizational numbers, because yesterday we were at 71 for the Sparling organization, and I've been at the doctor's this morning, so I haven't had a chance to check it yet today. But we are well on our way to our goal of 114 or more. So go.
Awesome. Great, Cindy. That's exciting. Okay, Miss Crystal.
Awesome. So part of the Sparling team, obviously, and working with our leaders. And I love seeing Amy. Look at you go. You are definitely putting a little fire under all of our booties. So way to go. But yeah, have the challenge to re-promote yourself this month. And I love it's not just for the leaders, but also for all of our team members who have something super exciting. And it's basically why not you? Why not now? It's such a great way to share with people. If you've had a hesitancy because of, the cost, this is the perfect month to get in. So I'm super excited. I just pulled up our org numbers that have updated, hopefully for today. 43 as an organization. So we're super, super excited. We're going to beat our best, which was 53 in September. And so everybody's all over that, and such a fun organizational goal to go towards together. So, and I have one more. She slipped in yesterday, so mine's actually 4.
Yay, awesome. Good job. Awesome. So, tonight, both the Sparling team, the Jackson team, and the McDonald Gagne team, we all have opportunity events this evening. So take a little time today to message the people that you still have on your contact list. And, make sure you think about taking a minute to create a conversation rather than just going, hey, join our opportunity event. Ask them, where are they at right now, in their lives? What would, an additional, stream of income mean for them? So take a little time when we always say stalk their Facebook and find out what is going on in their life so you can engage them before you just send that black and white message to people. People want to know that you care about them before they're going to decide to join your team. So it's always who makes them feel special that makes that decision that they're going to join you. So keep that in mind. Anyone have any great message or something that you've used that you'd like to share with the team?
Oh my gosh, I will just share this because you never know what you're going to open up in your email. I was just opening up my email and our numbers, and somebody who was a neighbor of mine 15 years ago just went online and ordered a kit.
Yay, Cindy!
Holy cow!
Awesome.
Holy cow, guys! This $39 thing apparently is getting a lot of people excited.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this person didn't even contact me, even though she knows how. She just went online and ordered a kit, but I know who it is. So, holy cow!
Okay. Yeah, and keep that's what's important is that we're seeing a lot of momentum with it, and this program is different than the $29 kit. Because they can do a demo, they have products, and the second is now they have the support material, aka the training material that they didn't have the last time. So it's very easy and a very methodical way that they can get started. So, you can, what happened the last time was we had all these people come on board, but we weren't able to support them because our hair was on fire. And now it's much different. So, again, embrace it and have to love it.
Can I add one more thing, Donna?
Please do.
I think it's really important with this $39 kit that we are actually helping them get started because, here's a chance to get a bargain and never do anything, and we don't want to see that happen. We want to get these people off to a fast start so they experience a little success and see how easy it can be a consultant. So I would jump on these recruits and get those shows going. Whatever you have to do, get them off to that quick start.
Exactly. Thanks, Cindy. All right, well, I see that Maria has joined us, so let me introduce Maria Piegler. She is the founder of Social Media Online Classes. We are fortunate that Maria lives right here in Jasper, Georgia, and if you're not familiar with Social Media Online Classes, they're a training and teaching small business owners to promote themselves online using social media. Also email marketing, and she, I think you've all heard me talking a lot about Consultant Connection and utilizing that more. Well, it was after a luncheon of Maria and I sitting down, and she says, you are missing the biggest, marketing opportunity that you have. And she was absolutely right, and I've utilized it ever since. She's also an award-winning author and publisher of 8 books, and she is an award-winning artist, wife, and mom of 2 adult sons. And most importantly, Maria loves to cook, and she's been a Pampered Chef customer for over 20 years. So she totally understands our business model. So Maria, we're so excited that you're going to be sharing with us. So I will turn this call over to you, and you can wow us with your expertise.
Well, Gail, Donna, thank you for having me. I want to tell your team how fortunate they are to have you as a director, because the training that I'm about to do, you guys are the only team getting this. And that's because Donna has invested in your education. So kudos to you. What I'm going to do is to spend the next 30 minutes teaching y'all about how to use Instagram specifically for Pampered Chef consultants. And I put together this training specifically for you, Donna's team. This is not relative to everyone and relevant to everyone. Donna asked you guys what you wanted to see on Instagram, and I have created this training specifically for you. So what I would like everyone to do is to let me know in the chat window, what is the #1 thing that you want to get out of this training over the next 30 minutes? And Donna, if you could be looking at that and kind of letting me know what people are saying, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to share my screen. And we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to move this little video tab down here. And so welcome Donna's team to Instagram marketing for Pampered Chef Consultants. Donna already introduced you to me. I'm Maria Piegler. I'm the founder of socialmediaonlineclasses.com. But more importantly, I'm a Pampered Chef long-time customer. The very first Pampered Chef show I went to was one in my son's play group. The women in my childbirth class, who we had all had babies together, we put together a play group and stayed together for years and years. And I had never heard of Pampered Chef. And the very first party I went to was one in that play group. It was our babies and the moms, and a Pampered Chef consultant came in. And that baby is now 23 years old. And at that party, I bought my first batter bowl and my first pizza stone. And I still have the batter bowl. The pizza stone I've replaced, but I still have a pizza stone in my oven, and I've purchased almost every single Pampered Chef product. The other reason that I like to use Pampered Chef so much is my younger son has anaphylactic food allergies. And so I cook just about every meal that we eat. He cannot eat out. And so I cook a lot, and Pampered Chef makes that possible for me to do. And so what we're going to do today is talk about Instagram marketing specific to Donna McDonald's team, specific to you guys, and what you wanted to know. And there was kind of a variety of things that y'all had people on your team who really didn't use Instagram a whole lot and wanted to learn more. And then you had people who were really avid Instagram users and wanted to learn how to do virtual parties from it. So we're going to go from the very beginning, which is what makes Instagram unique and why people love it so much, to pros and cons for business, and promote your Pampered Chef business, how to specifically use Instagram to promote your Pampered Chef business. And that's both to sell products and to recruit people to be on your team. And then how to use Instagram for virtual parties. And so I'm going to stop here. And Donna, if you want to jump in and let me know some of the things that your team is saying that they would like to learn from today's webinar. Whoop, I don't hear Donna. Okay, so I'm going to look in the chat window.
So I got it. So
Oh, okay.
started from I don't even know where to start
Okay.
to how to reach a new audience through Instagram. Don't know how to use it. I love Instagram for Dummies. I've never done Instagram, so it's completely new to me. Would like to know how to expand my Pampered Chef business. How to effectively use Instagram where I have more visibility and engagement with existing customers and potential customers. I like a good list of actions to take. Give me bullet points I can run with. And
You are going to get all that and more.
okay,
We are on track, so I'm excited. Okay, so let's roll. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, what makes Instagram unique? And this is really important to understand because Instagram is owned by Facebook. And so you're going to see a lot of similarities, but what I'm going to talk about today is what makes Instagram unique from Facebook and why it has unique opportunities that you don't have on Facebook. Now, I got this picture off of Instagram and I love it because this is a Pampered Chef consultant on Instagram. And she snapped this photo after baking a giant chocolate chip cookie. Obviously it's cooled off or her sons couldn't touch the piece of stone, but her sons are hamming it up here. And all she's posting here is who doesn't love a giant cookie, and that she's sharing her recipe. Now, the reason that Instagram is such a unique place to do this is it's easy. It's a mobile-only social network. And so you cannot post to Instagram from your desktop. It is a phone-only social network. And studies show that we have our phones with us 22 hours a day. Now, that's kind of frightening because that means that some of us are sleeping with our phones, but it's easy to use because we always have our phones with us and we use the cameras on those phones. So it's easy to snap, a goofy photo like this and post it. And the other reason it's easy to use is because Instagram has what I call a simplified news feed. And that is, it's almost Zen-like in what you're looking at. What you don't have is a lot of the stuff that's on Facebook. There's not a right sidebar and a left sidebar. You don't have a lot of different things scrolling across the top. It's very, very simple. It's photos and captions, and that's it. And the other reason that people like to use it is you don't see a lot of the politics and drama that you see on Facebook. People are really sharing moments from their lives. So Instagram is uniquely easy to use. It's also easy to find content. And so for those of you who said that you want to get more visibility with your existing customers and with the new ones, you want to pay attention to this. It's easy to find content on Instagram. Now, I'm not suggesting that you use other people's photos, but stick with me here. The key to getting more visibility on Instagram is hashtags. And it's very easy to search for hashtags on Instagram. And here's an example. When I started doing the research for this webinar, the first thing that I looked at was the Pampered Chef hashtag. And what Instagram showed me was these are the top 9 photos using the Pampered Chef hashtag. Now, most of these come from Pampered Chef Corporate, but the cookie doesn't. And that's what I love. It's just a simple photo a mom took after she baked a cookie on the stoneware. Now, it looks like this is a Pampered Chef consultant at a conference. She's really excited. But it was easy for me to find popular posts. You need to do this. So here's your bullet. Here's your first bullet. Look at popular Pampered Chef post and then ask yourself, how can I do something similar to this using my style and tailored for my audience? You can also look at the most recent post using that hashtag. And notice here you can see either the top posts, which are the most popular, or the most recent post. And notice they're not really quite the same. The most popular ones are usually going to be, they're going to have a higher quality photo. So Instagram is uniquely suited to help you find the most popular and most recent post relevant to Pampered Chef using that hashtag. Now, Instagram offers both forever content and disappearing content. And usually I find that people are in one of the two camps. A post lasts forever. A post consists of an image and a caption. Here's the image and here's the caption down here. This is where you put your text, and you can include up to 30 hashtags on Instagram, and that is considered proper etiquette, using that many hashtags. If you did that on another social network, it would be considered spam. But on Instagram, it's okay. A post lasts forever and it appears in your news feed. So when you're scrolling vertically on Instagram, you're seeing post. A story lasts only 24 hours and it's just a photo. You don't get a caption with it. You can add text to it, but a story is the disappearing content. And this Instagram started after Snapchat debuted and it became hugely popular. And so Instagram now does stories. Facebook does stories too, but stories work better on Instagram because you get a simplified news feed. There's not as many things competing with it. Now, I'm going to say something that's really important, so I want y'all to pay attention to this. There's two things here. The first one is Facebook and Instagram are both moving toward more story content. The reason for that is they don't have to worry as much about privacy because it's disappearing. So it cannot be hacked. And also, I'm going to talk about this more later, but I have a client, she is not a Pampered Chef consultant, but I have a client who did a 6-figure product launch in November, and she did it again this month. And stories were a big part of that. I will tell you more about that later, but if you haven't used stories, that's your second bullet point. Start using stories. Now, I've done some research for you. Hashtags are only for posts. You cannot, well, actually, you can use a hashtag in a story as well, but you only use one, and you can use up to 30 in a post. Here are the top 10 most popular Pampered Chef hashtags. You do not have to write these down because Donna has this slideshow. She's going to share it with you, and I know she's recording this video, so you will get it there. But the top 10 most popular hashtags in order are Pampered Chef, Pampered Chef Consultant, Pampered Chef Recipe, Pampered Chef Party, Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, Pampered Chef Rocks, Pampered Chef Stoneware, Pampered Chef, oh, it's the Pampered Chef, Pampered Chef Recipes with an S, but let me tell you the difference in between the recipe hashtag and recipes. Recipe has 1,200 posts, so it's far more popular. Pampered Chef Recipes, plural, only has about 200 posts. So I would use the number 3 one. And then Pampered Chef Kids. I know that's a relatively new product for Pampered Chef, and it's really popular. These are important. If you want to get more visibility with your new audience, not your existing audience, your followers will see your post. But if you want to get visibility with new potential clients, this is how you do it. So this is your third bullet point. Start using these hashtags. Now, don't spam them. Don't put a Pampered Chef Kids hashtag if it's not if your post or story is not relevant to Pampered Chef Kids. Be a good social media neighbor. But this is how you start getting more visibility. All right, so number 2, now that you know what makes Instagram unique, let's look at the pros and cons, and I'm going to show you how to get around some of those cons. Now, we already talked about the Instagram pros. It's easy to post. You snap a photo and upload it. It's easier to consume, but here's the biggie. And again, pay attention to this because this is important. You're going to get far more engagement on Instagram than you will on Facebook. Facebook has 2 billion users. It's just too crowded. And so it's hard for people to see your post. People will see your post on Instagram. And here's an example. That same post of the cookie had 946 likes and 32 comments. If she did the same thing on Facebook, she wouldn't get nearly the engagement. So here's bullet point number 4. If you're not using Instagram start. And here's a quick tip for you. You can post to Instagram and have it automatically go to Facebook as well. There's a way that you can do that. I'm not going to have time to show you in today's webinar, but there's a way that you can have it automatically post to Facebook as well. I recommend that you use Instagram as your primary social network and have it automatically go to Facebook. You can also tag brands and people who follow you. So if the Pampered Chef follows you, you can tag them in a post. If you want to get more visibility from your existing customers, tag them in a post. They have to follow you, but that way you're tapping them on the shoulder and saying, I think you would like this. And they get a notification in Instagram. And then use hashtags to increase your exposure. Those are all the pros. Now, this is probably my favorite thing that I'm going to share with you in today's webinar. This is a post from a Pampered Chef consultant who is a young mom, and she's preparing dinner, and it's the witching hour. And we have all been here. She's got a fussy little girl. She's baby wearing. She's got the pacifier in there, and she's trying to get dinner on, and she needs to chop some mushrooms, and she doesn't want to use a knife when she's baby wearing. So she recorded a 1-minute video to show how to use the Pampered Chef slicer. Now, I'm going to show you this video in just a moment, but what I want to show you is something important first. Notice this only has 8 comments. Now, for a lot of people, that would be considered a failure. I'm going to say something really important here, so please listen up. The measure of success of anything that you do in social media is not the metrics that Instagram shows you. It's the results that you get for your business. And those cannot necessarily be measured by comments. If you get a new client, if you get a new sale, that's not going to show up right here. That's what's important. So don't worry about how many comments you get. Focus on, did I get business from it? Now, the important thing here is this video got 1,300 views. That's amazing. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this, and I want to show you how natural this is.
I wanted to make a quick video while I'm prepping Ezra's dinner to show y'all the difference in the quick slice and the egg slicer plus. I've had a few people ask about them, so I just wanted to demo y'all the difference. The egg slicer plus has been my go-to for many years. I use it to slice kiwis, mushrooms, eggs in particular. Strawberries is another good one. It has little wires in here, so it's not near as strong.
Okay, that's all I'm going to play of the video, but you get the idea. There's a couple things that she does here that are really smart. The first one is she's establishing trust and credibility because she's showing us how she's using this. And her customers, I'm sure, are young moms like her. If this had been me when I had a baby, I would have ordered that slicer right then and there because I have been where she is, and I would have ordered it right there. The other thing that she did that was so smart is this is a close-up video. This is not showing her whole kitchen. It's showing a close-up video of the slicer so people can see how it works. But how easy is this to do? How often are you using your Pampered Chef products when you're cooking dinner? She recorded a simple video. This isn't a live video. It's a simple video and then uploaded it. And it's been seen 1,300 times. Now, I guarantee you she got sales from this. And she also differentiated herself from every other Pampered Chef consultant out there who's not doing things like this. This was pretty simple to do. And so here's your next bullet point, number 5, record a video. The next time you're cooking dinner with a Pampered Chef product, record a short video. Make it close up, show people what you're doing, make it quick, and upload it. Easy peasy. Okay. So let's talk about some of the cons of Instagram. You cannot add links to an Instagram post or story. That to me is a big con, especially if you have an online business, but stick with me because I'm going to show you how to get around that, okay, in this slide and in a future one. You cannot add a link to a post, nor can you add a link to a story unless you have 10,000 followers, and that's maybe 1% of all Instagram users. So most people cannot post a link to their website or to their Pampered Chef consultant page. You also cannot share a post. So you will not hear things going viral on Instagram unless you're Kim Kardashian. You also have no events or groups, which does not make it a great place to do a virtual party. However, there's a way to get around this, and I'm going to show you this. This is an image that I did. It is not relative to Pampered Chef. This is for an Instagram Stories webinar that I did. This size and format is for Instagram Stories, and all I did was say, learn more by clicking the link in my bio. Your Instagram bio is the only place that you can have a link, and you can change that up. You will probably always want it to be to your Instagram, to your Pampered Chef consultant page, but you can also add a caption in here, and people do that a lot on Instagram. And if you're on Instagram, you've probably seen that. So there's a way to get around this, but I also want you to stay tuned because I'm going to talk about how you can drive people to your Pampered Chef consultant page using Instagram a little bit later. Okay, so we've talked about what makes Instagram unique. We've talked about the pros and cons. Now we're going to talk about how to use it to promote your Pampered Chef business. The biggest thing that you can do in promoting your Pampered Chef business is not promote your Pampered Chef business. Instead, you want to show people what's possible by showing them how you use Pampered Chef products in your own kitchen. This is the Instagram newsfeed of the same woman who was baby wearing. And notice there's nothing fancy or stylized about these photos. A lot of people are intimidated by Instagram because they see all these beautiful photos. It's more important that you're consistently posting and less important that you have a gorgeous photo. You know, here she's posting her pasta salad, how she's using the spiralizer, the bar cookie pan, the little mini food processor, the perks of joining her team in March. This looks like it's Pampered Chef Corporate. Again, it's a dish she's made. Here's her son on the Pampered Chef boxes she's gotten from orders that she's sending out, or maybe for a party. And then here's another Pampered Chef Corporate image. She's just showing how she's using Pampered Chef. She's also showing how she runs her Pampered Chef business. Now, what I'm about to say is incredibly important, so pay attention to this. The way that you add people to your own Pampered Chef team is showing them how you are successful as a Pampered Chef consultant and how they can be successful by joining your team. How do I know that? Because I have a client who is a Beachbody consultant. Now, that is a team-based marketing company focused on health and nutrition. And he is an older consultant who won $25,000 in one of their Beachbody competitions. But he hired us to do his social media because his day job is he's an aerospace engineer working for the government in a secure facility all day, and he's not allowed to use social media. So the first thing I did was a ton of research on how the most successful Beachbody consultants added team members to their team. And what I found was they were showing consultants how they were successful. They were showing them really mundane things, but the things that consultants need to know. How to use a spreadsheet for your business, you know, how you put orders in, you know, how you prep for a virtual party, how you do your post. You know, the nuts and bolts of running your Pampered Chef business, show that on Instagram. Now, you don't give people everything, but show them that you know how to run a successful Pampered Chef business, and that if they join your team, they're going to be successful too. And then the last thing that you want to do, and again, this is really important, is you need to differentiate yourself from every other Pampered Chef consultant out there. especially now that so many people are doing virtual parties. Your Pampered Chef consultant isn't necessarily going to be your neighbor. You know, Donna is my neighbor. We're in the same area and we belong to the same women's group. And so she's my Pampered Chef consultant. But I also have friends who do virtual parties. And so their Pampered Chef consultants aren't anywhere near me. And so you are competing against a lot of other Pampered Chef consultants. And you need to ask yourself, what is my secret sauce? What is it that people love about me in buying products from me, and what do my team members love? And that is what you share on Instagram. Now, this Pampered Chef consultant is differentiating herself by her consistency and by showing how she successfully uses Pampered Chef products. That's how you promote your Pampered Chef business. Now, also don't be afraid to sell. Again, I'm about to tell you something really important, so listen up. Encourage people to click the link in your bio and make that link your Pampered Chef consultant page. You can sell directly from Instagram, and I'm going to show you how. Now, this is that same Pampered Chef consultant, Carrie, and she's using just a regular corporate photo and tying it back to her business. You know, she's talking about Pampered Chef Kids. She did not use that hashtag in her post, so that's something that I would recommend. She also didn't say link in her bio, but she brings it back to her own kids, Ezra. So here's how you can sell on Instagram, and this is what I want you to pay attention to. If you do nothing else but this, you will make money on Instagram. What I'm showing you is an image of not a Pampered Chef consultant, but a retail clothing consignment boutique in, I think it's either New York or New Jersey. And they sell out on Instagram every single day. And they're very old school in the way they do it. They post a new photo every day of an item of clothing that they have in their boutique. They post the brand, a good description, the size and the price, and then they say new customers call in bio to purchase. And here's the deal. If you're an existing customer of theirs, all you have to do is post in the comments, ring me up, and you get it. Because what they'll do is just charge your credit card and send it out to you. This is so old school, it's beautiful. So tell your followers on Instagram, ring me up. You know, if you want this product, ring me up. If Carrie had put that on her slicer video, I would have bought it right then and there. She would have made a sale from me. Now, what would she have had to do? All she would have to do is say, ring me up in the comments. Then you follow up with them. This is where you come in. You follow up with them either via direct message, phone, or email to get their order. And if it's a new client, they have to call you. And that means that you need to have your telephone number in your bio. And you just made it super easy for them to make dinner tonight, and you made a sale on Instagram without a fancy shopping cart. That's how you make a sale on Instagram. All right, lastly, how to use Instagram for virtual parties. Now, Instagram is not necessarily the best place for a virtual party because you don't have a group or an event. So here's what I recommend. You're going to combine Instagram and Facebook for your virtual parties. And here's where I'm going to tell you how my client who had the 6-figure launch used Instagram as part of it. Use Instagram to talk about your virtual party and to promote it. Recruit hostesses for the party, announce an upcoming party, get people excited about it, remind them about it, post images and stories of the in-person parties that you do, and say thank you to the hostess. Basically, you're using it for branding. The way that my client did it is she was running her product launch via email, but every single day, multiple times a day, she was on Instagram doing stories about her launch. Now, that may not be you. You know, the good news is she made 6 figures. The bad news is she made 6 figures, and it took a lot of work for her to do that. And she did things that I personally would not be comfortable with, and that is she basically made her life an open book on Instagram and posted things that I would not be comfortable posting about her kids and where she lived and stuff like that. But that was up to her. You can use Facebook to create an event for the party, host the party in a group, schedule party posts to the group, encourage the hostess to share about the party on Facebook because she cannot share on Instagram, and then put a link to the party in the event description. So I recommend that you combine the two. Use Facebook to actually do the party, or even do a Facebook Live, but use Instagram to kind of drive people to the party. So we are at the end of our 30 minutes. I'm not going to have time for questions, but here's how you can follow up with me and get your questions answered, and even better than that. I am offering to Donna's clients exclusively a 30-day trial membership to my online training, which is socialmediaonlineclasses.com, for $1. For that, you get my Instagram class. I have multiple webinars on Instagram. One is on Instagram stories. So if you haven't ever done one, you can get my Instagram stories webinar for $1. I also have an entire webinar on how to get sales on Instagram and Pinterest. I gave you one tip from that webinar, which was about Fox and Fawn and Ring Me Up. I have a whole bunch of other tips in there. You also, for $1 in that 30 days, get one-on-one coaching with me. Every month you get 20 minutes of coaching. That's basically about the same amount of time that we've just spent on this webinar, but I'm specifically focused on you. So you can get your questions answered, and even better, you can get that bulleted list plan on how to start promoting your Pampered Chef business on Instagram. And this is the link that you can click to get that offer. So Donna, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Maria. They had plenty of questions, so I really hope that everyone takes advantage of the $1 trial and you can get those questions answered by Maria. I think it was a great starting point for those of us that have never jumped into Instagram, and I think some great tips for those who are presently using it. So we really appreciate it, and of course I will be posting your presentation in the director group, so they'll all have access to that. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you, Maria.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so it wasn't that hard, was it? I feel like we're ready maybe to put our toe in the water, correct? Good. So anybody have anything that they're like, okay, I am ready to at least take this step forward? Anyone want to share something that they're willing to do and then they're planning on doing, I should say, in the next 48 hours? Amy?
I downloaded Instagram.
Okay, Amy downloaded Instagram. There we go. That's the first step. Carolyn?
Well, I've had Instagram and didn't know what to do with it. I couldn't figure out how to put the two things together. I'm having another party at my house, a caddy party tonight, but I'm going to make the Mediterranean Bowl. I'm going to do a short little video of me preparing that and post it on Instagram with all the hashtags.
Awesome. Great. Good, good, good. And I think, Lori, what was your question? Because maybe somebody in this group can already answer that. Lori, your question was, let's see, can you use video that you've already created?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we've already created past videos that we already have in our phones and things like that, I was wondering if those weren't just ready to go ahead and put into Instagram. Like
I wouldn't see why not.
You can do that.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I think that works just like Facebook. You just
Yep.
click.
Good. Okay.
Well, it made me happy to see that they want a close-up and they don't want to see my face because then it's more likely to happen. I'm happy to show you what I'm doing when I'm looking scary and I don't want my face on a video, because this has been going through my mind consistently. I'm like, I am not utilizing every time I use a tool. So that just made me very happy.
Yeah, because what we were looking at, with the girl in the video, you looked at the baby. I'm like, I have to go borrow a baby from someone. So
Or a puppy. A baby or a puppy.
I was like, does a dog count?
Yeah, dog made the account. All right, anyone else want to share?
Doodlebug do it. Have Doodlebug do it.
Yeah, exactly. Good, good. All right, so I will post the presentation, but I'll also just give you the link, so you don't have to go through the whole thing and, you know, looking just for that link. So I'll do that in the director organizational page. And for those of our future leaders that are on the call, if they are on your team, please make sure that you do share that information with them, because they obviously don't have access to the director page. So, okay, so let me go ahead and we'll move forward so that we can finish up in our time frame, and we'll talk a little bit about National Conference.
Hey, Donna, one thing before I forget, I know that Instagram has a time limit on their videos. I want to say it's 3 minutes, but I could be wrong on that. But I know they do not allow longer videos like Facebook does.
Okay, thank you. Carolyn's saying yes, so okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to screen share with you. Y'all can see that slide? Yes? Okay, so I know it's a little, I took it from, this is from Chairman's Circle. We did not have any handouts, so I kind of snagged it off of their slideshow presentation, and so this is what you're seeing. Okay, all right, so this is starting on Wednesday. I know some of you that are in lead actually may need to come in a little bit earlier, because I think you have a lead from 9 to noon. So if you're in lead or lead plus, that could be a little bit of a logistics for you. So you work through that. But the registration and marketplace will be open right from 9 o'clock, you know, on Wednesday. PC Marketplace, for those of you that may have never been to conference before, is a place where you can buy logo wear. You can buy the surprise boxes, and they have streamlined the shipping on that. So you do not have to go into a second line to ship your surprise boxes. So it will be from shopping to right there, it's going to ship out. So that can work in your favor. But if you're trying to add additional things into that box, which we sometimes do to ship things home, be prepared for that. There's not going to be 2 lines on that. So have all your stuff with you that you would want to ship out. So home office tours were also run that day. And you see on that slide that there is team time there. That is not relevant to our team, because you can see that we have our team times on Friday. Though there will be an optional downtown team excursion that we are visiting. The idea, we'd like to get some feedback from all of you on how you feel about this. So you would be able to travel downtown via public transportation whenever you would like to, based on when you arrive, okay? Then what we will do is we will gather as a team to take a boat, it's a 2-hour boat excursion that would also incorporate the nighttime fireworks, you know, on Wednesday evening at Navy Pier, okay? So what it would include, what you'll get for, and we're still negotiating price, but it's approximately $40 to $50 that will give you the tour, you know, the boat tour, as well as your transportation back to the conference. Okay, so you will get downtown on your own, but we will safely get you back downtown when it's dark at 10 o'clock. What will be really neat about this is that this is our really only opportunity for the Sparling team, the Jackson team, the Gagne team, and the McDonald team to be in one place at one time. Okay. Other than that, it is just too hard to try to find each other. So this is going to be a lot of fun for you to, you know, if you've seen that one name and you're like, gosh, I really would like to meet Carolyn Rasmussen, this would be your opportunity. So we promise that we will make the event fun, and we really hope that everybody will be, yes, let's book that. So when I post this in the director team page, I would love for you to comment on how you feel, your team members, and how you feel about it. because we're not going to go through, jumping through hoops to get this planned, and then nobody is, on board for it. So any questions on that? All right, I will assume that's enough. Okay, so then we'll go into Thursday. You can see that there's a wellness activity every day. It is indoors. So what is a wellness activity? Amy Gibson's got that look. She's like, what are they doing? So it could be a yoga class. It could be a stretch class. It could be, I promise you won't be running through the convention center, but it will be an organized event that will give you that opportunity to stay healthy, because we're definitely very sedentary for the 3 days that we're there. So it can, start out with a little health and wellness. Okay? You go into, you can see the marketplace registration is open. You have two breakout sessions, and then from 11:30 to 2 is our lunch. And I made a mistake, because actually the McDonald and Gagne team is on Thursday for our team time. So move that over. So Thursday is where we will have our team time. Again, if you're on this call, you have no idea what team time is. It is our recognition segments. Okay, so it's our opportunity to recognize everyone for the outstanding achievements that they have done throughout the year. Okay, so there will be lunch from that 11:30 to 2, and recognition for the Gagne and McDonald team. There will be a sign up and a PayPal link so that you can pay for your lunch in advance, and then we know how many people are coming. Okay. All right. Any questions on it? I'm sorry about the error on that. Okay. Then we have our first opening general session. All recognition, meaning career club, $1 million sales, award of excellence, all those are done during general sessions. And I do not have an idea of where those will play out at this point. And then from there, Founders Award after party, that means that those that are in the Founders Club are invited to that event. It is not all Award of Excellence achievers, but just Founders Awards. You will get a special invitation to that if you fall in that category. Okay. All right. Any questions on that? All right. Jumping ahead. So Friday, pretty self-explanatory. That 11:30 to 1:30, or that you can see the Career Club Luncheon. That is if you have achieved a new career club level. Okay, so if you've, now you have 100, recruits, or a certain career club sales level, new only will be invited to that. Okay. All right. And then general session, and then we finish that day with a breakout 5 from 4:30 to 5:30, and then the Jackson and Sparling team will have team time in the McDonald's suite from 6 to 7:30, and there will be dinner. With that, again, we'll have a PayPal, so that you can, pay for your dinner in advance. It will be much less. Anything that you'll do through us will be much less than you'll be spending, out, in the at any of the restaurants. But again, it's an opportunity to have recognition and, meet with your team. So then directors, we do have some people that will be their first director party. So we're super excited for that. I do not know the theme at this point. There is going to be a theme, but they have not announced that yet. So directors will all go to the director party, and any consultants, team leaders, senior consultants that you have on your team will have the opportunity to stay in the suite with me. And we did games last year, so it was lots of fun. So if you don't have to worry, I promise I will take care of your consultants, and I'm trying to talk Cindy into staying and helping me with that. So, all right. All right, so that's Friday. Any questions on that? Okay. And then Saturday, we finish up Saturday. Again, Marketplace is open. When you've achieved the Award of Excellence, you are invited to that breakfast, breakout, and then we finish off with General Session 3. Okay. All right. Any questions? Y'all good? Awesome.
I will just say that we may shift our times a little bit on the Friday night team time, but we've got plenty of time to figure that out.
Yeah. So, but just so you'll know, that's where you'll
That's when it's going to be.
You'll be at that
Friday
time. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope that you found some value in this. As soon as we hang up, I will go and get you the link so you can, and I'm telling you that it's the best dollar that you're going to spend is for that month. Just so that you know, though, if you don't cancel within that 30 days, it's going to, it's going to charge you automatically. So mark your calendar. If you do not have intentions of moving forward with that, make sure you mark your calendar to cancel that membership. But
do you know how much the membership is to continue, Ms. Donna?
I don't, because I did an extended membership, and I know your next question to me is, can we use professional development? I am just submitting mine from a previous segment, so I'll let you know if I'm approved, because if and I'll know that within a week. So so you may be able to use your professional development based on how we market it to the home office. So. Okay, but I wanted to say it was like $35, $40, Lori. That's kind of about the number that's popping into my head, but don't quote me on it. So, well, awesome, you guys. Get everybody on your opportunity events this evening. Thank you so much for spending this hour with us, and we're looking forward to beating that issue team. So, so everybody keep it going. And again, I'm honored and so thankful that I have each of you in my life. So have a wonderful day and a rest of the week. Take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.